What's up, everybody? It's your girl Q1, and I am back with the final episode of Girls Need Love. First of all, okay? I am so sorry. Okay, listen. I knew I was supposed to be giving y'all all 6 episodes, and it took so long. I have no excuse. But accept my apology. I'm sorry. Second, shout out to everybody in this production piece. I actually enjoyed this. I honestly, I told y'all in, I think, the last episode, I think I watched each episode about 3 or 4 times. And so I've learned to hear and see things different. Like, there are things that I didn't catch the first episode that I caught, like, maybe the third time or the fourth time. But overall, I'm going to tell y'all my overall thoughts. Listen. Kasia, is it Kasia or Kasia? This is the one who plays Fallon. You don't have to let me know if y'all coming out with a season 2, but I need y'all to come out with a season 2. So what do we need to do so that y'all can have a season 2? Like, what do we need to do? Because as long as y'all come out with one, I'm going to review it. I'm going to review it. Okay, I thought it was relatable. Even in my age bracket right now, I still thought that it was relatable. I thought it was good. There were many topics. There were things that I was literally like, I feel like I'm being too hard on this TV show about some, especially Dante. Like, I feel like I know I gave Dante the absolute blues, okay? And I'm absolutely going to give him the blues on this. But I am going to give you my overall thoughts, my grade for this show. I usually don't do grades, but I absolutely liked this show. I absolutely enjoyed it. It was lighthearted. Anyway, I'm doing too much talking. I'm going to give y'all my thoughts. Okay. Because we need... Blink. Let me know. Blink if y'all coming out with a season. DM me. Okay? You know where I'm at. DM me if we coming out with a season 2. Listen, we're gonna have to interview you. Okay? Me and Alicia gonna have to round up. Listen. We really gotta get a season 2. Okay? Y'all... Honestly, y'all just can't leave us like this. Like, I don't know. But what is happening is I'm starting to notice the characters. I mean, the actors and actresses in different places now. So shout out to y'all. I've never everybody is new to me, but everybody did an amazing job in this season. It wasn't too much. It wasn't over the top. Every episode has some sort of a message. And I'm going to be honest with you. Pretty much every review has been very lengthy for me. Like, it's a 30-minute show. And usually my 30-minute shows don't last that long. Like, whatever... I think Zatima is my only 30-minute show, and usually my Zatimas don't last that long. But this, because it's so much in 30 minutes, it gives you a lot. It's not all over the place, but it gives a lot. But it's real life. Like, y'all really go on Peacock or go watch it. Okay, go to Peacock. Okay. Anyway, so episode 6, season 1, episode 6, Showtime. So y'all know last time I came and chatted up with y'all know Tasia had let Reggie clap them cheeks. Girl, why'd you? I don't like Reggie. Okay, Reggie is very married. Reggie is very arrogant. Reggie is, I just cannot. Okay, I cannot. So y'all know she walked to the her Reggie arrived at the airport because you know he has a jet and whatnot. And y'all, she had on her dress from last night, and she had on a hoodie, like a hoodie, so she had the thing over her head. Somebody wouldn't recognize her. Girl, like, what we doing? So I was like, don't hide, do not, don't hide, okay? So these were a few montages we got before the episode started. So Kylie, you know, she had got out the bed with I think he was a rapper or a singer. I actually forgot his name, and I should have wrote down his name, but I didn't, so y'all forgive me. But she got out the bed, and you know, with the rapper baller guy. And then we see Lex. She just walked in the door. Ma'am, it is daylight. It is daylight. Was you with Carter all night? Like, I literally thought she left Carter. And I was thinking, I was like, well, maybe she left Carter because I think I thought he had to go get his son. And maybe she went to an all-night Walmart and started spraying. I was thinking like Tyler, you know, like they do in the Tyler Perry movie, start spraying cologne on herself. I don't know. But did she leave? Because I thought Carter had to go pick up his son. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I really thought Carter had to pick up his son. I don't know. And then we see Aaron, who was smashing one of Tasia's models. I think she was either getting ready to leave, but I guess they got finished doing whatever it was that they was doing. All right. So Dante up. You know, he already frazzled. Okay. His flabbers are gasted because his wife ain't home where he need her to be. Okay. Let me tell y'all how much Dante pissed me off. And we gonna talk about Dante. Okay. Listen, I do follow him on Instagram. But he pissed me off. Not the real person, just the actor. Okay, listen. Dante pissed me off. So Dante, he literally checked Lexi as if that was his child. He was like, where you been at? Because you been gone all night. I've been calling your phone all night. So he smelled the men's cologne on her. Like, she just passed him up, and he easily smelled it. You know, it's always a certain scent. And so we knew nothing happened. So Lexi told her, listen, nothing happened. So she was like, listen, I ran into an old friend, we hugged, and his cologne must have lingered on me. And she was like, you need to calm down. So she was like, first of all, you pressed at me at possibly sleeping with another dude, but my nigga, you got me taking an STD shot. Like, bye, Dante, what is all that about? So Dante had the audacity and a gall to tell her, you think that's a flex? You think being a hoe is a flex? Let's park it right there. So y'all know how, I done already explained how I felt about Dante. And I just feel like, Dante has been given narcissistic, even though we overutilize that word, I guess the textbook sense, but he was definitely projecting big time. And I feel like he's using the reverse psychology on Lexi so she won't go out and cheat, or I guess even leave him. He told her to go take a shower, throw away those clothes, and I don't want you around me smelling like no other nigga. And I just listen, Dante, this is the only time I'm gonna be nice nasty, but I'm gonna be nice a little bit. And the only time I'm gonna be nice is when I hold your hand. So I hold your hand when I say this, Because definitely, sir, other women have you have other women coochie juices on your beard. Furthermore, you got my girl Lexi smelling like a sardine factory because and pimento cheese because you got pimento cheese coming out my girl hot box because you done gave her STD because you decided to go raw in this nasty ass hole. Okay, you a lot abusive, Dante. Like, you really abusive. I've been saying that though. You were really abusive when it comes to Lexi, but you always talking about love, Dante. That's not love. You tripping. So anyway, Kylie is at home counting her coins, and Tasia done walked in the door from the Reggie of it all. And she sits on the couch, so she tells, she's talking to Kylie. Kylie is young, so Kylie just wanna explore the Atlanta of it all. Whatever the Atlanta scene give, that's what Kylie wants to explore. She wants the money. She's into the the ballers, the BBLs, whatever it is, the newest trends that's out and what's going on now. And so Tasia tells Kylie, listen, you gotta slow down. You only been here for a week. Like, you've been stripping already. She was like, yeah, I won this at amateur night. And so Tasia tells Kylie, listen, those niggas those toxic niggas over out at that strip club will have you doing all type of crazy stuff. And like, you need to watch out for the women because they just as worse. So Kylie said, listen, you my cousin, you not my mama, and I got it. I'm gonna be all right. So Tasia said, okay. Because y'all know this is the morning. This the morning of the fashion show. So she went to, everybody they both went to go get ready for this fashion show. She was like, because Tasia asked Kylie, she said, you still coming? She was like, yeah, I like Kylie. I like her energy. She's young, so she have that young energy. I just want to see what she gonna bring next season. Is it gonna be like her back in a club, like her wilding? Is she gonna, will she be wilding because she got that fast money? Or will she go to school? But something tells me she gonna go back into that fast money. I don't know. I have my predictions. Anyway, we get over to Fallon's house. And broke ass Goldie. Okay, let me tell you why I call him Goldie. I call him Goldie because he got all of them golds in his mouth. Okay, I know his breath is funky as hell. So broke ass Goldie called Fallon and asked her to pull up. Boy, you. Okay, ask your mama to pull up. So she said, no, I'm good. Okay. And this raggedy ass nigga think his peen got all the power because he gonna say, quit playing, you ain't never turned me down. She said, listen, I'm tired of sneaking around over some mediocre ass Zeke, okay, from some mediocre ass nigga. Okay, she didn't say that last part. I said that last part, but I feel like she wanted me to say that last part. So yeah. So then this raggedy, broke, bummy ass bastard, he decided he wanted to get mad, and then he tried to insult her with his childish ass. Sir, your mama raggedy. Okay? Moving right along. So she gets a good morning, beautiful, in person, and she gets it from Ty. We like Ty. Okay? But, my girl is a little bit on edge because she don't know what Tasia's gonna say. No, she do. She thinks Tasia's gonna be mad because we all know Tasia go hard. She's already voiced how she go hard behind her brother. I don't play behind my brother. Okay? So yeah. So he was like, did we and she said I'm sorry. So she was like, no. She said, they drank a lot, but nothing happened because you passed out. She actually get a call from Tasia, so she's very nervous. And today is the fashion show, so she was like, are you gonna be here? I need to do X, Y, and Z. You gonna come and help? She was like, yeah, I'm gonna come and help. And it was just basically about the fashion show, prepping and helping and all of the things. And so she hang up, but Fallon is nervous because she was like, I don't like keeping things from her. And so Ty, and I get it, but right now nothing has been established. So until, like she told Lex, until you get it figured out, it's not really nothing to tell. Yeah, he slept at your house, but again, I get it. But y'all like each other. Let some things, let it grow into whatever it's gonna be. And yeah. So anyway, Ty tells her, listen, I really want to get to know you, and when the time is right, we'll tell Tasia. Until then, it's nobody's black-owned business. So I feel like when we get, because first of all, we about to put this out there in the atmosphere when we get a season 2. When we get a season 2, we gonna start calling you Tylon. Okay? That's what it is. Tylon. It is something about y'all two on-camera chemistry that I most certainly enjoy. I don't know if y'all like real friends behind the scenes, but y'all really have good on-camera chemistry. So yeah. So we get to the fashion show, but it's early on, so everybody prepping, we setting up, we getting the things together. So Fendi trying to get these models together, but they are working on Fendi nerve. Okay? Because no ma'am. Why? He was like, did y'all practice? Okay, did you go home and do the catwalk? No. You didn't turn on Saucy Santana and say, walk, walk, walk. No. Nothing. Okay, y'all just, I don't know what this was. Okay, y'all finna drive my friend Fendi to the nearest crazy house. Shout out to Fendi. Okay, first of all, I like Zell swag on TV, this type of TV. Okay, now on Love and Hip Hop, drags them every time. On Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta, drags them every time. Go back and look at my reviews. Drags them every time. Here, I want to see more of Zell swag on TV. I think that TV is good for him. I actually liked him on this show. I love that they love Fendi. I love that they love Fendi and how Fendi shows up. Like, Fendi is that ride or die friend. Like, he got the girls back. And I love that. And they got his back. I'm so sure of it. So, Kylie came in. She was like, baby, I'm finna twerk. Kylie, listen, come get your baddie chain. Kylie, come get your baddie chain. Okay? Come on, come get your baddie chain. So, both Jordan and Aaron are over there googly eye. Shout out to Kimmy at over on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Googly eye over Tasia because they both like her. They both are interested. But Aaron is the only one that always acts a little tough. But for me, I'm gonna keep saying this. I just don't see Aaron and Tasia as a thing. I see him a part of the friend group as the big brother. Like, I don't see anything more. I never seen anything more. Maybe season 2 we'll see something different. But I never seen anything more. And even when you look at Tasia and Aaron, for me, they don't mesh. They don't mesh for me. And that's just That's just based on what I'm seeing. So, but I just feel like they're great as the brother and sister do, like, as the friend duo. But I'm pretty sure at some point they'll put them together. So Ty and Fallon, they kind of got busted by Fallon because they was about to get a little smooching. And y'all remember Fallon and Lex had their little blow up last episode. And so, they didn't really have they wasn't really talking. So Lex asked Fallon, what's going on between her and Ty. And she said, listen, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay? I don't know what you're talking about. So Lex said, you know what I'm talking about. Okay? You know what I'm talking about. So Lex actually apologized for Fallon, and she said she didn't mean it. And Fallon was like, yeah, you did. But it really wasn't a lie. Like, she was like, I just didn't want to hear it. So Lex tells Fallon that, you were right. I do notice that I do come with there's things that I've been able to, the privilege I've been able to get based on, the lightness of my skin tone. And she said the only reason is because these men are shallow and not because I'm better than anybody. And I get what they were saying. So they both affirm each other and they hug, and Fallon asks Lex, listen, don't say anything to Tasia. We're still trying to figure out this thing. Whatever this thing is, we're just trying to figure it out. So I just ask that you don't say anything. All right. I'm going to say this. This to me, the ladies, even the lady with the baby, and I wish I'm hoping to see more of her even in season 2. And I keep forgetting her name, my God. But to me, the ladies, even bringing Kylie along, and I don't know if it's the on-camera chemistry. I don't know. But it's not even a friendship at this point. I don't see... It gives a real... it gives sisterhood. This is what the ladies give on camera. So I'm always here for it. And in real life, this is how your friendship... These are how friendships supposed to go. Sometimes you'll probably argue with your friend and be like, bitch, you tripping and this and that. Not in a derogatory type of way. But girl, you tripping. We might not agree. We may disagree. But in the end, you know what? You was right. I really didn't want to hear that. I had time to think about it. So I apologize for how I made you feel, for going off, for it was in their apologies. It was never no, everybody apologized. They acknowledged, they affirmed, they hugged, and they let it go. And that right there, that's love. And I wasn't mad at it. I just feel like a lot of women can learn from that. And this is what women in friendship struggle with every day. This is one of the things that is very relatable, and why a lot of people should watch it. This is the other reason why it should be watched. Even, let me say this, and I know I gave Dante a hard time. I do. But people in relationships, when you've given yourself and put yourself in the back seat, and put yourself on a back burner and suppressed yourself and allowed things to just go on, and being mentally, emotionally, financially abused, this is another thing people struggle with. I dealt with some things, but these are other things that these are situations, everyday situations that people deal with. This is relatable. I want to say this. if you can get me aggravated, you have done a bang up job. Okay? And I feel like Dante, the guy who plays Dante, he did his job. And he played the part. Okay? And then you have, let me see, what else did I catch in here? Friendships, relationships. Oh, let me finish. So one of the models tell Aaron, she see how interested in Tasia he is, and he tried to deny it, and she was like, listen, there's really no need to deny it. I see what I see. You know that it's you, and I'm just paraphrasing, y'all. You know what you feel, and you know what you see. And because of that, I'm just gonna fall back. What we had was cool, but I have to do what's best for me. And we're in the beginning of the stages, so it's no love lost. Okay? When you decide to figure out what's going on over here, then, and you feel like you ain't feeling nothing over here, then you call me. But until you get that figured out, I'm gonna fall back. And I wasn't mad at that. And see, this is communication. And this is another thing. The communication. Also, another thing that is relatable is how the dating pool is pissy. Okay, the dating pool is filled with piss and formaldehyde. That's very relatable, and this is one of the things I did see. Because, and just overall friendships. Like, how these ladies navigate in their friendships. How Tasia had the ability to be direct. And Fallon was a soother. She was a soother. Like, she's the nurturer of the group. Fallon is I'm about to rip the Band-Aid off in the group. And Lex is I feel like, for me, Lex is more like the mama bear of the group. But I think with everything she had going on with Dante, it just overshadowed who she was. Like, we couldn't see Lex because she was just Dante's wife. And I want to see more of that. So anyway, Dante just finished up his segment. And so he was talking to the co-host, and as he's talking to the co-host was like, oh, you in the doghouse? Dante was like, yeah. Now, they had a little chick that worked there, and she was just gathering up some stuff, maybe a little assistant or something. So he looking at her just like, damn, like the man is literally talking to him. He was like, yeah. And I was like, Dante, really? Really? Okay, fine. So, like, you're in a doghouse. You already in all these women, and you just Miss STD raw, and which Miss STD is your co-worker, okay? And then in walks little Miss STD anyway. So he showed her his prescription for the chlamydia that she gave him and his wife, and she said, "Oh shit, girl, you nasty." Then she tried to turn around and pin it on him. No, ma'am. He was like, listen, I know I've ground, but I wear a condom. Okay? The only person I don't wear a condom with is my wife. And I wore one. I didn't wear one with you that one time. And that's all they take, sir. Anyway, he tells her, listen, moving forward, we will keep things cordial. We'll keep things cordial at work, and I hope you do the same. I'll keep things cordial with you. I hope you can do the same thing with me. And now, baby, Miss STD is pissed, okay? So now, because he done pissed her off, because how are you going to piss him off? I mean, how are you going to be pissed off at him? Because he's responding to you giving him an STD. So now, because you burned him and his wife, you now want to go run up on his wife. Okay, like she called whoever it was. She got a little sidekick talking about we need to be outside. Yeah, put that on or some bullshit. I was like, girl, messy AF at your big old age. Yeah, no ma'am. Anyway, so then we see little Miss STD and her homegirl head over to Tasia's event. Okay, and so we do get a scene where Fallon, she, let us know everything getting ready to get started, yada yada yada. So she goes up to Taj, was like, listen, you didn't tell me, what you wanted in that bet. What was your, if you win, what was it that you wanted? He said, I want you in that fit. Okay? First, and we're gonna talk about them lingerie outfits. So all of the ladies walk out in their lingerie, and what I love the most, this is what I really wanted to say. I had to look at it because I told you I looked at the show more than one time. What I wanted to say is all of these women had natural bodies. So shout out to all of the women. Like, this show is also, the other thing is about body positivity. Body positivity. Like, you had, what I love, that it wasn't just one size. It was different women, different shades, different shades of black women, different sizes, different heights. Like, it didn't matter. They looked beautiful, and the fact that they were all comfortable, and like the way they all came down the runway was such, not an attitude, but it was an attitude, but it wasn't like nasty. It was more like a confidence, like this level of confidence, and I really enjoyed it. And again, I really, really struggle with that. I really, really struggle with that. I don't like how I look. Like, I literally gained way more weight. But, working on it. I'm working on it. It's a slow process, but I'm working on it. So, yeah, but I appreciate it. I appreciate those things. It just, I thought that it was all beautiful. So I just feel like, shout out to every lady who came in their piece of lingerie. I just wasn't mad at it. So I think it was Quincy. In the next scene we see, I think Quincy, he called Dante. It was just on some messy shit because he was on the phone watching a fashion show, and he saw Lex walking in a fashion show, and I just felt like this was some hating nigga shit. He called Dante. Dante's mad because she's walking in a fashion show. Dante pisses me off because you get to do whatever you want, but the only thing you feel like Lex is good at is just being your wife. There is this level of jealousy that Dante has and for his wife, and I don't like it. And again, it's like you won't. It's almost like you're afraid for this woman to shine, and if at any point she shines, you especially since you're at a retire point, I don't like it. I don't like it. But again, this is all part of relationships and getting to know people. Like, this is the other part you learn in this series. Heavy on relationships, whether it's man woman, or man woman, whatever type of relationship. We're talking about relationships, friendships, marriages, single, dating. It's the hookups, whatever. But they do talk about relationships on here, and it's more heavy when not heavy, but Tasia always speaks about, the things on her podcast, because she's a single woman. So she talks about being single. And that's another thing. Whenever you watch it, there's always this monologue. Is it a monologue? A monologue that Tasia does each episode. Each episode, she does a monologue. So, yeah. Anyway, Tasia is having a conversation with Jordan. And then here comes hating ass, married ass Reggie. He just come and kisses her in front of Jordan. Why? Because his ego. He had his male ego just has to be the center of attention. And so it's almost like he's letting Jordan know that I'm marking my territory. I think that's exactly what he was doing. And then that's when Aaron stepped in, and then him and Reggie get into it, and it's just a whole thing. Okay, so then after that fire goes out, Miss STD walks over to Lex as if she's gonna buy the lingerie that Lex has on, and so she tells her, "You're so much pretty." She tells Lex, "You're so much prettier in person," and Lex was like, "Do I know you?" Like, and now let me say this: my facial expression is rude because Lexi was so nice. She was like, "I'm sorry. Do I know you?" And before the lady can answer, I'm sorry, y'all. In comes Dante. And Fendi was like, "Who is this bitch?" Okay. Lex said, "Oh, you the messy hoe from the video." And Fendi said, "You want me to get at it?" I told y'all, Fendi is a ride or die. Okay. He rides for everybody. So she said, "Who you calling her?" Fendi said, "Slut, hoe, tramp, thought, which one you prefer?" Okay. Lexi was like, "Nah, I got it. Okay. Meanwhile, nobody ain't paying attention, because while all this going on between them, the lady behind them is doing this. Y'all have got, that's another thing. Another thing we find in today's society that they put in this series. Well, that they put in this moment. Everybody is they are so quick to record. Somebody can be fighting. You're not going to go stop the fight. You're not going to go help the person, but you're going to record. Like, they record everything. So annoying. Anyway, meanwhile, Lex and Dante are in the back. And Lex is trying to... I'm sorry. Let me say this. Dante asked Lex, "Are you trying to humiliate me?" He was like, "I don't need my better half participating in drunk hoe activities." The way Dante liked to play mental gymnastics with this lady, like the way he just blame shift so he won't focus on the fact that his hoe just showed up to try to fight his wife. Okay, so as he continues to blame shift, he says he notices how she let those hoes get in his head. "Dante, tell her that you don't like her friends without telling her that." And she was like, "No, I let you get in my head." And the truth of the matter is, Dante, you know her friends will always have her back. And there is nothing you can do about that. Okay? So she was like, "No, I let you get in my head." Dante was like, "Well, we can talk about this at home." She was like, "No, because all you're going to do is manipulate me." And he said, "You so ungrateful. You know how many women want to be in your spot? Like, they can be in your spot." Okay? So she was like, "I gave up everything for you." Like, she was like, she was like, "I gave up myself, my greatness, everything. I gave all of that up. I sacrificed all of that for you because I thought you were the prize. Do you know this nut? This nut turned to her and said, I am the prize. I said, my God, on today. That's abuse. This is abuse, y'all. This is some sort of abuse. So he was like, where you going? You can't leave. So he took the bottle from her because she was drinking. She was drinking because he pissed her off. Okay? And I wish she had not been drinking. And so she took the bottle and she just kept drinking and she left. And she got into her car and she was driving around, and y'all, all we heard is a crash and a boom. And first of all, no ma'am, Pam, we need a season 2. Because first of all, what y'all not finna do is leave us on a cliffhanger. You're not. Don't make me protest on Instagram. Overall, I do give this an A. Actors, I've never seen anybody before, but to see everybody, I thought that everybody did an amazing job. I thought there were different messages throughout each episode. It was a lot packed in each episode. It wasn't just 30 minutes. It was different things packed in the episode. It was funny. It was like, I know the hell you lying. It was some things was like, okay. Okay. But it was good. It was really, really good. Some stuff was like, damn, like you got frustrated, but I think a lot of times the frustration was more like on Dante. But a lot of times the funny parts was the men that was like the men that Fallon, like, they were trash, but it was just crazy. Like, you know, what else? You wanted Lex to. We all are rooting for Lex to leave Dante, and then you have Tasia. You know, Tasia is the stoic one. You know, she's the stoic friend. She's the friend like, okay, you need to leave. If he won't do it, somebody else won't do it. But underneath all of that, she still have her struggles with Mr. Reggie over here. So now we need to figure out, because Reggie really, really hurt her, are you going to walk away from Reggie? Like, you can't give all of this advice and you still letting married Reggie, tap dance all over your heart. That's a hard thing. That's another thing. Going back to somebody who, the one person it's hard to get rid of, and they take all your time and your energy, and you want to get rid of them. You really do, but it's hard. You know, you think you got rid of them, but then they come back and it's hard. But what I've learned was every time you go back, it gets harder and harder. I've been there before. I ain't trying to go back, but I've been there before. And I can assure you that this girl won't be back. This grown woman will never be back. Anyway. But no, overall, I actually enjoyed it. When, I'm going to keep saying that, when y'all come out with a season 2, I will be watching. Myself and the Black Girls Den podcast, we will be reviewing over on her channel as well. I'll do separate reviews on my channel like I've been doing. Yeah, so we gonna be in this thing. We just want to see, and we want to see how this go. You can catch it on Peacock. I want to say, I thought I saw this on All Black too. I thought I saw it, but mostly it is on Peacock. It is on Peacock. So yeah, it's 6 episodes, y'all. You can watch it. You can watch it in an hour and a half. I mean, no, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm tripping. 3 hours. 3 hours. 3 hour series, 30 minutes. It's good. It's good, but it is a lot. Like, it's a lot in one episode. You get a lot. And I think the notes I was taking, each episode, I've never took a lot of notes like I have on this 30-minute episode. I enjoyed it. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all for, like, watching the reviews. Y'all share it, like, comment, go on Peacock, watch it, but go on Instagram, subscribe to their IG, separately, subscribe to the ladies and the guys, everybody separately, and see what all they have, whatever they have going on, follow them. So yeah, I think that is all I have. This is your girl Kiwan reminding you to what Lord, I done forgot my saying. That's that brain fog, y'all. I gotta get these infusions. Something about stay true to yourself, yada yada yada. Listen, I love y'all, okay? And I will catch y'all in the next video. Charge it to my head and not my heart, okay? I'll see y'all. Bye.